No, I haven't bought any new toys for a while. I'm still. A lot of DJs, they buy new toys every year and they never really learn to use the toys they bought last year. And it takes a long time to be good at things. People want instant results. And if you want to play the violin, it's going to be at least 2 years before you're any good.
Or 3 or 4.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Or the clarinet, you know. So it's the same with a computer instrument. Even though it's digital, you still need to get great with it, because you shouldn't really go out and play something until you're really good with it. Otherwise, fuck up. You know? So it's good to practice with, get a chance to play with all the new gear and practice with it. I see Lenny's got all the latest Pioneer mixer and CD, and I've not used that mixer before, so I've been practicing with it today. So if I get one to play out on Tuesday, I'll know how it goes. There's so many buttons on it, so I have to find out what they all do. You know? It used to be simple in the old days. You just had like 4 channels or 2 channels, but now you've got like 10 channels and all these effects. And remix
touchscreens.
Yeah, and USB ports. I like this idea now. The CD players have USB ports because it means you don't even need to bring CDs. You can just put tracks on a memory stick and walk into the club with a memory stick around your neck. So I'm old enough that I used to carry 40 kilos of records to gigs, and so your arms get longer because you carry all these records today.
But you know, from one point of view, I would prefer to play vinyl as well, because you know, every record have his own cover.
Yeah.
You know, when you have 200, 100 songs on a USB, you put into the computer and you sometimes get
just
lost.
The names.
Yeah, sometimes you get lost.
You got to remember the names.
Yeah, but it's sometimes so many.
And well, let's talk about BPMs. I mean, I'm very fanatical about this, but every record I get, I find the BPM, write the BPM on the record, and with CDs I put BPM on every track. So sometimes I put all my songs in iTunes, then sort them by BPM, and then burn a disc so every track is 108 or 115 or 122. And then when you're mixing at this tempo and you want to find another song to the same tempo, you have a disc with everything on the same tempo. This can be really useful. And I like to vary the tempo over an evening. So if I'm doing like a warm-up set, you know, I might start at 80 and then build up to 90, 100 over like 2 hours or something. And once you start writing BPMs, you associate tracks with BPMs. And so if you're doing a double with another DJ going one-on-one, you can look at the CD player, see what tempo they're at, and immediately know straight away tracks that are going to fit in with that.
That's the way.
Good. Of course, it's like trance is all the same tempo usually, you know. Some music's are more in one tempo. Dubstep's all 70, 140, jungle was all 80, 160. House was traditionally 120 and then got faster. Now people are trying to bring the tempo down. Andy Weatherall's new club, he has a big speed limit. So I don't know, 122 speed limit. If you go more than that,
that's your speed.
Yeah, that's the end of your set.
One day anything.
Some DJs get too excited and they put everything at +10, and sometimes that's a bit too much.
Yeah, but it's pitch break, some music, you know.
Depends on
+10.
Depends on the context. But
+10 still, it's okay, still to play okay?
There are no rules. Rule 1, there are no rules. With the new CD player, with the wide control, you can go at +50 and stuff. But it sounds not very good, because you get many artifacts from the speeding up. So 10 is a good limit. If you play vocals on more than +10, they sound like creepy, you know, helium. I don't like vocals that are too fast. But sometimes just putting a track up in speed a little bit is very good and makes it more exciting. And equally, I like a dynamic range in a set. I think the mark of a good DJ is when you come on, the first thing you do is bring the volume down a little bit, because you don't want to distort. You'll learn all about pre-amplifiers and amplifiers and stuff in your course, but if you put too much in the first stage, then it's distorted all the way through, and it comes out distorted, and that's difficult to listen to.
Multiplying.
And spoils your recording as well.
Yeah.
It's very good to record all your sets. Then you can hear yourself if you've made mistakes, and if your sets are good, you can share them with one of many sites, such as SoundCloud, and Mixcloud, and Fertilizer, that allow you to share all your sets. And if you're doing good sets, people will pick up on them, and you'll get work through putting sets on the internet. Even though you're giving it away, you attract, and you know, there are a lot of people now not listening to the radio, just listening to DJ sets off these many sites. And with SoundCloud, it allows you to annotate, so you can put names and times on along, so you can identify all the tracks. And this helps the labels because then people know what the track is, they can go and buy it. Let's talk about the web. It's very good to join a number of sites, not more than you can handle, but choose 3 or 4 key sites and join them. I think you know, Facebook, obviously, you're probably on Facebook. A Resident Advisor is a very good site. That's very good for dance music and electronic music. You choose your favourite DJs, clubs, labels and promoters, and each label then gets you added to a list of supporters, and then you can have as many favourites as you like, so it's a good way to support lots of smaller labels. You make a chart every month, and then for each track it has a list of each DJ in the world that's playing that track, so the label instantly knows who's supporting the music and who's not, and who's worth sending promos to. A very important thing is to get on the mailing lists for some labels. If you like a label and you support their music, that's what the label wants to hear. So, and especially now that you have the status of winning this award, you can go to the label and say, I'm supporting your music, please send me some music. Now that it's all digital, it doesn't cost them anything to send it to you. And you know, maybe they'll send you the CDs and vinyl if you really want it, because some labels still make vinyl. But it's very good to get in contact with the labels that you like and get a good relationship with them, because maybe one day you'll get to do a remix of a track for them, or you know, maybe make your own tracks for the label.
I tried, but some labels just you know, if you don't running your own nights, they don't give you promo and anything. They're running a couple of times happens.
All labels want to hear that you like their music, so if you like their music, contact the label and establish a relationship with them, and maybe it takes a while for them to realise you're serious, because believe me, you get a lot of mail from all kinds of people, and some of them just want everything for nothing. But if you really like a label, get behind that label, and the labels appreciate support. And smaller labels, they need it more, so you know, they'd be more likely to. And if you like a label, maybe put on a night and bring that label into town, and then you'll establish a relationship with the guys from the label. I mean, where do you play in Riga? You haven't got a night of your own yet?
No, I play only in Dublin.
Oh, you didn't play in Dublin, right? You've got a night in Dublin yet?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's very important to get your own night, because then you're the boss.
It's too hard.
It's hard, yes, but it's very important to do it, because when you've got your own night, then you're the boss, and then you call the shots. And if you want to do something different, it's the only way. Because if you're working for somebody else, if you're working for a club, the club will tell you, you know, they have an idea of what they want you to play.
I know, yeah, that's happened with me for past
year. Get your own night, even if you're doing it for nothing to start with. If you're doing a good thing, people will come to it, you know. And then you have to learn about promotion. By doing every different job in the industry, you learn many things, many tricks, and will help you do all the other jobs better. And putting on your own night is a very good experience, but it's not so easy. If you can, I think the new way is to learn to use social networking to bring your audience in. So find where the people are on the internet that will like what the music you're doing at the club and get them to come in, create groups for it and stuff. But of course everybody else is doing this, so you've got to do it more cleverly than everybody else. Because, I mean, for someone like me, I get so many requests on Facebook, I can't deal with them. You know, I get 100 invites to a party every day, I can't possibly go to more than 1 or 2. So, you make it original and different.
But on Facebook,
Dublin's a kind of small place, because it's not nearly as big as London.
It's a very small place.
You soon get to know all the people in there. But, you know, I know many DJs and promoters in Dublin, and there's always interesting things going on. It's a classic musical city. I mean, such a lot of musical talent in Ireland. Everybody plays an instrument in Ireland.